All right. I'm going to share my screen with you. 1 second.
I can share.
I'm sharing. Oh, you're sharing? Okay. Yeah. Do you have my presentation open?
No, not yet. Why don't you share you yourself? But I can see you guys. I can see your face. Not slide.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I got you. Oh, here you are.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So slide is change to full screen.
Is that possible? Let me try it.
Okay. Okay, very good.
All right. Okay. So today we are going to continue with the effects of new technology on Japan. And last Saturday we finished discussing employment issues. It is calculated, like globally, that a lot of jobs will be affected through automation and new technology. So jobs will be replaced by machines or software and machines, IoT. A few numbers. PwC estimates that 30% of the UK jobs could be at risk of being replaced to robots and AI. In the US, 38 jobs could be at risk of automation. And McKinsey predicts that by 2030, about 800 million jobs could be lost worldwide to automation. This doesn't mean that everybody will be completely jobless, like completely replaced, like what we discussed with the taxi drivers, for example, being replaced by self-driving vehicles, but more that a large part of somebody's job will be replaced with automation. That means that there is less demand for employment. People will not be completely laid off and superfluous, but in most cases, it will be a significant part of their job that will be lost or will be replaced with automation. So people can do more with the help of technology, and some people will be replaced. Regarding income inequality is likely to grow. The possibility that this could lead to political instability, and individuals who need to retrain for new careers won't be young, but especially the middle-aged professionals, because this is actually where the automation will be hit hardest. The younger generation grows up with these technologies. It will be easy to catch on. We already saw this in the internet era, where the younger generation is very easy to adopt and to adjust to new technologies. Basically, that's their new reality. But the older generation has more difficulty to adjust. The changes won't hit everybody equally. Only 5% of the current occupations are expected to be completely automated. So 60% of the jobs, it says here, 1/3 of activities will be automated. So it's like that.
Sorry,
technology, the storage.
5% of what? What is 5%?
5% of the current occupations tend to be completely automated. So if you're talking about, for example, the taxi driver, if you're talking about the shop staff in a convenience store, that could be completely automated. No person will be standing at the counter anymore. That means that that job will literally disappear.
Yeah, too small.
But it could also.
No, too small. Sorry? Numbers. Why 5%?
Well, actually, 95% of all the changes will be that, for example, that we still need white collar workers, but because of OCR, because of optical character recognition, it will not be basically the job will be largely replaced for data entry, but not entirely, because we still need some kind of data entry. We still need some kind of office workers. So it's only the jobs that will be completely replaced by computers, the people who are working in the factories, who are tightening a bolt or doing manual jobs, that will be replaced by robots. But a lot of other jobs are still needed, but into much lesser extent. So the 5% means that, okay, this is just man replaced by computer or by a robot. The other 95% is basically men becoming largely replaced by computer or robot, but not entirely. So that means that just employment will go down, the numbers will go down, but the job in itself will not entirely disappear.
So it means just following sentence, you said 1/3 of activity will be automated, means also 6% of job, right?
Yes, so 64% of the jobs will be influenced by 60% of all the different jobs in the world. 60% of the jobs will be affected with automation, but 40% will not change at all because automation will not reach there. But 60% of the jobs, 60% of the people will be affected by automation, and employment in their profession will be reduced because of innovation. So that they could become more effective. For example, data analysts could become much more effective with the new technologies. Could do much more. The question is, okay, will we analyze much more data, or will employment in data analysis be reduced? Well, the jury is out on that. We don't know yet.
But you said that just only 5% is disappeared.
Completely replaced. Yeah,
but
completely replaced.
Completely, you said, but only 5%?
Yes. Well, it means no. So okay, so no, between 30 and 40% actually. That's so 30 and 40%. But if we're looking at all the professions, so if we look at taxi drivers, if we look at medical staff, if we look at researchers, if we look at police, if we look at all these different professions, then of all these different professions, only 5% is likely to be lost, because that profession just stops, because we don't need a taxi driver anymore. It will be a self-driving vehicle. But that's just it. But if we look at, for example, white-collar staff working at an office, their work will be largely disappearing. But not every every white-collar work will disappear, because that maybe the number of staff will be reduced by 60-70%, but there's still need for 30-40% to operate the machines, to engage with people on the telephone, things like that. So we still need people to actually work there, but a lot of the employment will disappear.
Okay.
So as a whole, these jobs will not disappear, but employment within these jobs will be largely reduced.
Okay.
So technology destroys jobs but not work. The PC, for example, the PC has destroyed jobs, some jobs, but it also has created a lot of jobs. And that is the positive side of automation. Actually, it's estimated that the PC has created more jobs than it has destroyed. We use PCs to become more effective, to help us to do our jobs better, to create more output, and not simply to replace men. So the PCs didn't only destroy jobs, actually, as a whole, it actually created jobs. Economic history suggests that new technology can benefit everyone in society, enabling growth in productivity, real wages, shorter work weeks, and greater job satisfaction. And any technological unemployment will prove to be short-lived. So this is the economic vision of new technology. So there will be a short period where we will need to adjust ourselves. But as a whole, a new technology, it will create more efficiencies. And that means that some people might lose their jobs temporarily, but they will move into the more productive sectors. And as a whole, that will lead to more productivity, and that as a whole will grow the economy. That is the positive scenario. But is that really true? Is it really true that this new technology will people will be replaced and grow as a whole? Because we already discussed, like, okay, what is the effect of, for example, an Amazon Fresh on the supermarkets? Is this technology that creates jobs or reduces jobs? I think that there are no guarantees that this growth in productivity, these cost reductions will actually lead to more employment.
Oh, wait a minute, but you said create a new job, but you need to be more concerned about how many percentage of creating job comparing diminish of job.
So I'm not so optimistic about the new technology. Well, we saw with so this is the economic history, and this is what we saw, for example, the first industrial world, especially the second industrial revolution. So the combustion engine and the cars actually replaced all the people who were driving these carriages with horses. So they lost their jobs. But on the other hand, a whole new profession was created, like taxi drivers, truck drivers, etc. These people who lost their jobs as drivers of these carriages with horses, they finally became re-employed in a different sector. The people who made the whips that drove the horses, they had to be, they all lost their jobs, but they could finally be re-employed because the combustion engine as a whole created a whole new demand. And we created airplanes, ships, etc. became more and more ships were built. The economy as a whole was growing, so that new technology led to a growth in the economy. Now, that as a whole, that was true. So the unemployment generated in one sector basically created a whole lot of new employment in a different sector.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる、専門性を持つ、英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵法、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって、皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えています。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師がこう話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったんで、今はですね、 実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、各週の午後、こういうふうな検証をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対しても、いろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。